tells her about the wedding ring. He tells her about the finger. Then she sees the picture. And, like, you know she knows. And she says as much. You know, she says, this wasn't Gilead, and this is June Osborne. And Swallow's like, nah. And I'm like, really, Swallow? You don't... Okay, whatever. But it's fine. And he's like, that's not possible. And she goes, you don't know what she is.
Oh my God.
And apparently Serena does.
Oh, Serena, she always thinks she does, though. They're so funny. I mean,
they're so cute together. It's like the best relationship on TV is June and Serena.
It's like the only time that Serena really is truthful with, like, the reality of the situation is right here, because she knows she has every reason to be afraid of June. Because she does have every reason to be afraid of June. Because if June just did that to Fred, then she could absolutely do that to Serena, because what was the last interactions that they've had? June screaming in her face. I mean, you want to talk about wild and feral and crazed? Yeah. That was that scene. Like, I mean, there's no love lost between Canadian June and Canadian Serena. So any, like, pretense of them ever, like, working together to get a kid out of Canada, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, Serena is terrified of June. And I always thought, like, at the end of last season, when we see the finger being mailed, I guess because I assumed that, or I just didn't realize it was his ring finger necessarily. I kept thinking it was more of like, Fred had Serena's finger cut off, and so that's why June's sending it. But Serena doesn't read it like that, because it's the ring finger. Yeah. And so it shouldn't be read like that. That's not what the message is. That is a threat. Yeah. That is a threat. That is, like, because she's tied to him with that ring finger. Yeah. She married him. She doubled down on, I'm him. That's their package deal. Yeah. And she doubled down on the package deal when she went and tried to, like, get it out of Canada, get out of Gilead, and then get out of Canada. Like, the entire thing, she was maneuvering all through season 4 to be back with Fred. Yeah. And June's like, well, you're back with him, so you're next.
Thank you for clearing that up for me, because I noticed the dichotomy between, like, the Serena finger and the Fred finger, and I'm like, well, they're two different things. But then I was like, well, maybe that was June's way of saying a final message about whatever to Fred, and or I don't know. I mean, it would be symbolic to Serena as well, but not in the way that I was thinking, and that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah, I think because as a married couple, they terrorized June.
Yeah, they did.
It was the two of them together. Yeah, it really was. It always was. I mean, if we go back and watch all the way through, like, even when she's in the attic watching them fight, like, she was always a pawn between their bullshit. And, like, can you imagine being stuck in that kind of, like, high stakes situation of your life on a day-to-day basis between these two freaking idiots who can't, like, get their shit together, and you have to fuck one of them. And that makes the other one jealous, and that's the crux of the whole issue. Yeah. Like, that's the problem here. June never had a choice in any of this, and Serena's always so angry with her because she could never be angry with Fred, and she never wanted to be angry with herself, even though she got herself in this mess far more than June ever got her in this mess anyway. So I just don't have any patience for Serena playing the pity party with June being angry with her. Yeah, June's angry with you, Serena. Of course she's angry with you. Like, you should not be surprised in any way, shape, or form that this woman wants you dead. And you shouldn't be surprised. Like, I feel like a lot more people in this world should want you dead, Serena. So just go live a quiet life in Toronto.
Please go the fuck away.
But
in a little bit, because we love her.
Do it because she's. I know, but she's gonna. But she, like, I think this is where this season is going. It feels like with this, like, line of Gilead supporters that we see when she comes out later. It's like, I just think that she's gonna lean into this Gilead support because she sees safety in it. Yeah. But she'll never see past that. But we'll get into it. We'll see.
We will.